Haunted places in Florida. St. Augustine Lighthouse. St. Augustine, Florida. The lighthouse was built between 1871 and 1874. There have been numerous reports of footsteps and children's footsteps around the lighthouse. Visitors often report the smell of a freshly lit cigar smoke believed to be from the former keeper who still watches the lighthouse. In 1873, the daughter of the lighthouse construction superintendent tragically drowned when the railway cart she was playing in flipped into the water. Many believe her spirits still linger. Also, there have been reports of hearing children's laughter and a girl apparition. The Devil's Tree in Hammock Park. Seaport Lucy, Florida. The Devil's Tree is infamously linked to Jared John Schaefer, one of Florida's first serial killers. In 1971, Schaefer, a former sheriff's deputy, brutally killed 2 teenage girls at this site. He hung them from the tree and buried their bodies in a shallow grave beneath the tree. The park's restrooms are said to be haunted by the Schaefer victims. Visitors have reported screaming and feeling an eerie presence. There are tales of hooded figures performing rituals around the tree. Some believe these are devil worshippers. In one of the trees at the park has a knot in the trunk that resembles a goat's head with horns, which some believe adds to its demonic associations. Local legends claims that attempts to remove the tree have failed. Chainsaws and axes dulled and loss of power when used on the tree. This story gives me chills. The Bradford Ma Barker House. Ocklawaha, Florida. Built in 1930, this 2-story cracker-style home was originally a summer retreat for the Bradford family. Ma Barker, born Arizona Clark in 1873, became one of the most infamous figures in American crime history. She was the matriarch of the Barker Capris gang, which included her sons. They were involved in numerous robberies, kidnappings and murders during the 1920s and 1930s. Fred Barker, her son, was particularly notorious. After being released from prison in 1931, he teamed up with Alvin Capris to form the Barker Capris gang. The FBI tracked down Ma and Fred to a house in Ocklawaha, Florida in 1935. This led to a 4-hour gun battle resulting in the death of both Ma and her son Fred. They say you can hear gunshots and the apparitions of Ma and Fred in the home. A mother will do anything for her son, in this case everything. Spanish Military Hospital. St. Augustine, Florida. Originally named Lady of Guadalupe, the hospital part of the Spanish Quarter in St. Augustine. The current building is a replica of the original, which was demolished in 1821. During renovations, thousands of bones were discovered beneath the hospital, believed to belong to the Timucuan people, a native tribe of the area. This discovery added to the eerie atmosphere of the site. Visitor and staff reported footsteps, unexplained sense doors opening and closing on their own, and seeing apparitions on both sides of the building. Many of the hauntings are considered residual, meaning they are like recordings of the past events replaying over time. The Cuban Club. Tampa, Florida. Built in 1917, this historic building served as a social club for Cuban immigrants. The club is said to be haunted by 2 spirits of 2 people who died in 1920. One of them, who was an actor, committed suicide on the stage, and the other died in an argument. Reports of a woman in a white dress and red heels also has been seen climbing the staircase, and you can hear her screams. You can also hear a piano playing. It's also been said that an 8-year-old boy drowned in a pool in the basement at the club. I-4, Stanford, Florida. This quarter-mile stretch of Interstate 4 is said to be haunted by the ghost of settlers whose graves were paved over. In 1880, a group of German immigrants founded St. Joseph's Catholic Colony here at Lake Monroe after a devastating yellow fever outbreak. In 1887, many of the settlers were buried in the area. Drivers reported interference of their radios, sudden drops in phone reception, phaeton trucks, and ghostly hitchhikers. This section of I-4 is infamous for high numbers of car accidents and fatalities, earning the name I-4 Dead Zone. The area has many local legends, including a farmer's house burning down after he removed grave markers and a child being run over by a drunk driver for disturbing the graves. I think this highway may be cursed.